But what I think had happened is when a bunch of doors start to close all around you, and there's one specific door that you need to go to open it. It's a whole divine intervention. And I think that's what happened to me. All these doors were closing. The friends in my life that betrayed me and talked junk about me, that told me I'm not worth it, that I'm this N-word, that I'm this Oreo, that I'm just fake. A teacher who told me I'm not gonna do anything with the thing I love. To have someone tell you you're not gonna do anything with what you love. Having social anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts. Having people have all these things, good things happen to them in the moment, and you still suffering, bottling up everything you felt to show that no one understands that I'm okay, I'm happy, and you don't want to open up to anybody because you're so guarded, especially to your own family. And they just, all these doors just opened up. And that one specific door opened for me.
That's good.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do like a little bit of a soft-spoken story time today. I'm gonna go a little bit on my backstory, well, not really my backstory, but a little bit on my background and a little bit of just who I am. And yes, hopefully if anyone stops by this video, they come see it. It can hopefully help someone or kind of inspire or motivate them to pursue their dreams and to get into the endeavors that they so choose to do. So if you don't know me, my name is Luccidell, and I am a content creator and well-being writer, and all the content I make is to help writers, maybe not even writers, just people to be their best version and share their story and to be a writer. And I decided I would start a YouTube channel. I wouldn't just do Twitch because that was my main platform, and I decided YouTube was a little better. It was not as what's the word, strict and stern on the schedule, and I can kind of just not, because streaming requires a lot of energy and a lot of constant energy throughout the whole thing, but YouTube I feel like you can kind of prepare for it, get ready for it, and kind of just be set. So yeah, today we're gonna get into how I started YouTube and a little bit about that, and my schooling and stuff like that. So happy birthday to anyone who is in this month. I wish you a happy birthday. I love you guys, I love your support, and the reason why I make this is because every love I get is from people who told me that I've helped them with my content, and they actually said I've inspired them. And to hear that just keeps me going. Like, I've been through so much, and to hear them say that I've helped them and helped them get through stuff through my content and through my videos, through my podcast, all of that, it truly just, it's amazing. Like, it just lifts a weight, because I didn't really have people out there who I thought could be there. I didn't feel like I had nobody by my side. I didn't feel like I had help. And it started with school. School was a nightmare for me. My first 2 years, I just felt like I didn't want to live. It was a nightmare. I was just like, someone just shoot me. I felt like that. Someone just shoot me. The first 2 years, I went to this school, got accepted. I thought I was going to love it. I thought I was gonna love it. I wanted to get out of this other school I thought I really kind of hated. I didn't fit in. And then I went to this school. I'm not gonna really say the name of the school. I don't want to bash anyone, bash anything, but this school was it's kind of like a private school a little bit, but a public school at the same time. You had to get accepted. There was uniforms. There was strict rules, strict academics, and we could use iPads to do our assignments. And I was just like, wow, this looks like something I could do. I'm a very passionate student, especially a passionate medical student, and this looks good. It looks like I can really fit in here. First day, I wanted to die. The first day, I was so uncomfortable. I felt like, whoa, everyone here looks so comfortable. Like they've been here for like 3 freaking years. And it was my first freaking day here. And everyone like just kind of just started looking at me like I was some kind of outcast. And I just felt so uncomfortable, especially in my uniform. It didn't feel right and fit on right, and everyone was just there smiling, hugging each other, saying how you been. And I didn't know anybody, but my brother did go to that school. And oh my god, when I talk about my brother, he is so freaking outgoing. He's so freaking social. It's just natural for him to just talk to people. But I have really bad social anxiety, really bad depression, and just anxiety in general. So it's really hard for me to really open up and kind of just be in social situations. And every classroom I was in, I didn't feel like I could make any friends. I didn't resonate with anybody. I sat at my table alone on the first day. I just ate my lunch, and I was just like, I don't know, like hopefully it got better. It did not get better. Each freaking day got worse and worse. And then I was just like, this isn't the school for me. And I'm that type of person who, when I feel something, I bottle it all up. I bottle it up to the point where I just kind of just break down and let it out, because that's how I truly heal. And I used to not be that type of person. I used to bottle things up, and when I say I've been through stuff, people don't believe it. They're like, you haven't been through stuff. You're just a happy person.
What's up, dude?
And hold on. Like, and they're like, oh my god, you've been through stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I've been through so freaking much. And they're like, you seem like this happy, bubbly person. Like, what you been through? And I'm just like, you don't even know. You don't know. And the first year, I was just like, it was awful. And I was just like, okay, my first year at that school, 7th grade, not 7th grade, 8th grade, was not a good year. It was a pretty rough year. I was excelling in my classes. I did great, but I didn't really make much friends. I didn't know anybody. I didn't resonate with anybody. And the next year, I was like, okay, I feel like I can fit in a little bit. In between that period, I binged YouTube and gaming. That was my escape, especially writing. I did writing as well. Those are my 3 escape routes. And it was an ongoing cycle. Gaming, YouTube, writing, especially gaming. I gamed for hours and hours and hours. It was unhealthily bad. And I didn't care about my health. I didn't care about who I was. I just wanted to feel better. And then after gaming, I went into YouTube and I binged YouTube. And I had some amazing YouTubers that I looked up to, I loved. Like, I have a whole spectrum of people that I look up to. There's some people like storytime YouTubers that do education, YouTubers that do gaming, YouTubers that do entertainment. Oh my god, podcasts especially. Ooh, I loved that. And then between that, that was my escape. And then I came back to school again next year, ready to go. And it started out pretty good. I made a few friends, and then it happened. Everything that I just experienced last year happened again in 3 freaking D, because of my anxiety. And I just was like, who am I to deserve this? Like, sometimes when you struggle, you just feel like you're being punished, and like, what kind of human for me is to deserve all of this? Like, I don't deserve any of this. And then I just went to my classes. I worked my butt off. I didn't have much friends still. I didn't really know anybody. And then I kind of just try to help people, kind of reach out to people. And that's when I met some amazing friends. I met like three to four friends that I really resonated with. And each of them, they've been through some stuff. They had their own battles. And I felt so good with them. They were so freaking good. And they were on my side. And they were just keeping me up. And then, not until that point when I realized the friends I thought I had absolutely were just fake. They talked crap about me. They used what I opened up to them for their own benefit. They told me I was this and that I was ugly, and that I was the N-word, and that I was just doing stuff for attention, and that it hurt. It just hurt. I thought they were my friends, and I truly loved them, and then they backstabbed me. They absolutely backstabbed me. And then I went back into a corner, and then my guard went up. And I just decided, like, what's gonna happen from this? Is there more? Is there more to come? Is it gonna get any better? It didn't get better. The school was just at my tail. People, their friends, the friends I thought were my friends with their friends, they gave me dirty looks. They looked at me like I was some maniac. And you know what I did? Call me crazy. You know what I freaking did? I freaking gave them chances upon chances upon chances, and I forgave them, and they kept picking, stabbing, bullying, shading. And I'm gonna tell you, when you have people that keep doing that to you, it's okay to not have an explanation as to why they do this to you. And you need to have this self-love enough and acceptance to move past it and move it out of your life. Because if you just keep crying about it and keep laying in bed thinking about it, you're not going to move forward. You have to move forward. And if you don't love yourself, if you don't accept yourself, no one's going to accept you. Because you're going to be something that you're not, and people are going to love you, but the fake you. And you don't want to be fake. I'd rather be myself, 110% myself, and have people hate me because I'm happy with myself, I'm passionate about myself, and I'm happy enough to love people and spread love and accept love. And I'm not going to have people just talk crap about me, talking junk about me, and let it slide. I was a victim for almost all my life, and it hurt. And not to be at that, I had teachers that I thought I loved. One teacher especially, I was a passionate medical student, and he was great. He was about my side. He was truly amazing. He was just that teacher I thought I really looked up to. He always was at my side, giving me tips, giving me advice, and just, he was great. He was awesome. He always he showed a little bit of favoritism toward me, always trying to put pressure on me to be good, work on my social anxiety, work on my introverted self. And then he said something that, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to freaking say it. He told me, well, he didn't tell me, I was told. Someone told me, he said it behind my back to the class, that he would never give hard medicine because of his dark race and dark skin color, and would constantly get checked. And after that, I was just like, just shoot me again. It just came back. I had suicidal thoughts for years, and I was just like, just shoot me. He had my back. I thought he was behind me, rallying behind me, and he just threw all of what I thought I had with him out the gutter. He was an amazing teacher. He supported me. I truly loved that teacher. I truly thought he was going to be number one. I'm sorry to wipe away this freaking tear. I don't want to freaking cry right now, but it's just crazy how the people you think supported you just backstab you and talk junk about you and just... And then I told my parents, I can't deal with this anymore. Can I just get out of this school, please? I wanted to leave this school, and all the people that I saw, they kind of just, they didn't have any care. Everyone there was so robotic. Everyone there had no form of sympathy. They were just there for their own benefit, their own selves. And I told them, can I get out of here, please? I want to leave this school. And they said, what do you mean? This is a great school. Everyone loves you. And I bottled everything up. And I didn't tell anyone about it. And I didn't tell anyone about it. I didn't tell my family about it. And they were just like, you need to stay. This is the best school for you. And I was like, no, I don't want to stay here. I kept begging every freaking day, annoying them about it. Can I get out of here, please? My family is one of the biggest support systems. They're very hard on me. They want me to be my best. And then when I said, can I leave? They were dumbfounded. They were shocked. I was just like, this school, I've suffered. This school made me suffer. It put me on my last life, my last knees. Get me out of here. It's a prison. It's not a school. And then that final day when I told them, can I leave, please? And they were like, well, think about it. And it was nighttime. And then I kept saying, please. And then they were like, they kind of just, they didn't really want anything to do with it. They just said that you only got 3 years left. 3 years? That's 3 freaking years of suffering. And then I finally I went to bed that night and I broke down. I couldn't pull myself together. I could not pull myself freaking together. Everything, all of the stuff that kept me going just overshadowed the stuff that made me want to end it. Just end it all. And I just kept crying and crying and crying. And I never broke down that hard before, ever. And no one came. I kept freaking crying. And then someone knocked on the door. It was my mom. My mom came in and said, what's going on? And I was just like, I want to leave that school. I want to get out. I'm suffering. Please get me out. And then they were like, what are you talking about? Like, that school's nothing. It's protecting. It's to protect you. They're doing that stuff to keep you safe, to keep you in the right headspace. And I was just like, that school is maniac. That school is crazy. I don't feel happy. I'm suffering. No one's there. Everyone's so mean. Everyone's so picketing and then she said, are you serious? Like, and she kind of just stood there and she felt me and she said, you need to eat. You didn't even eat. You just gonna go to bed and not eat? And I was just, I can't even eat. I'm just so upset right now. And then I got out of bed, soaking. My face was soaked, my bed sheets, my clothes. And I tried to eat, but I couldn't eat. I had a stomach ache when I ate. Each bite gave me a freaking stomach ache. And then I went back to bed and I cried again. This is why I don't like going down memory lane, because I've been through so much. Oh my God. I want to cry in front of you. I don't want to show. God. And I woke up next morning. I cried myself to sleep that night. And then they were just like, then I came home from school and acted like I was okay. I was happy. I didn't tell anybody what happened that night, that I just didn't feel happy there. There were some people who wanted to leave too, but I didn't tell them I didn't want to leave because I wasn't sure what to do yet. I didn't tell many people. And the friends that I had, they were leaving and I was staying at the school. And I was just like, I was happy for them. I said, congratulations, like, that's good for you, but sadly I'm stuck here. And they're like, what? Are you stuck here? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, I'm sorry. I hope they give you that chance to leave. And I was like, I hope. And then I came home and then they kind of just had a chat with me, and then I kind of just told them everything that's been going on this whole time about how we always moved, and that kind of just really had a toll on me, and how I had social anxiety. I couldn't talk with people, and they were just like, okay, we're just gonna do what makes you happy and let you go, and let you go to the school. We're gonna do what makes you happy. So, and then they kind of just looked upset, and I was like, you serious? And I was like, yeah, you can go. And the way they responded, they just looked kind of just disappointed and heartbroken. And then I was just like, are you sure? I don't want to let you down. I was like, you do what makes you happy. Go to the school, but I was kind of happy, but at the same time I was really sad, and I was just like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, you can go. And then I was on cloud nine a little bit. I was a little happy, but at the same time I was sad because I didn't know if they didn't really want me to go. And then I was so happy, I was so excited. And then they were like, so we're gonna have to buy you clothes, we're gonna have to get you a backpack, get you these books because you don't have to use the iPad anymore. And I was just like, yay, I was so happy. And I had a few friends at my old school go there, and I couldn't wait to just see everybody. And then something just kind of clicked in my head, and then I was just like, something in my head was speaking to me to stay at that school, to stay. And that voice was God. He told me to stay at that school. And I was just like, why would I stay? Why would I keep suffering? But what I think had happened is when a bunch of doors start to close all around you, and there's one specific door that you need to go to open it. It's a whole divine intervention. And I think that's what happened to me. All these doors were closing. The friends in my life that betrayed me and talked junk about me, that told me I'm not worth it, that I'm this N-word, that I'm this Oreo, that I'm just fake. A teacher who told me I'm not gonna do anything with the thing I love. To have someone tell you you're not gonna do anything with what you love. Having social anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts. Having people have all these things, good things happen to them in the moment, and you still suffering, bottling up everything you felt to show that that no one understands that I'm okay, I'm happy, and you don't want to open up to anybody because you're so guarded, especially to your own family. And all these doors just opened up. And that one specific door opened for me. And I kind of just left it alone for a little bit. I was just like, I don't want my life to keep going in a bad direction. I can't do this. I've suffered. I don't want to suffer anymore. What kind of person this age wants to suffer? And suffer, and let alone be cyberbullied? I've been cyberbullied by people at that school because of the iPads telling me that, oh, like, you're trying to make a difference and you're trying to do all this stuff when you don't even have money, you don't even have what it takes to do it. Like, I've done speeches sometimes for a speech telling me, oh, you ain't gonna do it, I didn't expect you to do it. All these people just saying I'm not worth it. Oh my God. It's just, each time I think about it, it just hits harder and harder. My God. Sorry, guys. Give me a moment. I'm freaking crying right now. I said I wasn't gonna cry, but I just did. I've had someone tell me I wouldn't go anywhere with what I loved. I had someone tell me that I'm ugly and that I'm not worth it and that I'm just this disgusting black. And during my content I've been doing, they told me, especially on my streams, they said I wasn't, that you're disgusting black, you're this N-word, you're gay, you're this, you're all of this. And then when that final door opened, I decided that I'm finally gonna get in there and leave all of those doors that were closing around me, getting trapped. I was trapped. I was trapped within my own self, my own humanity. I was trapped. And the only way to get out of that prison was of my own mind, my own self, was to go through that door. And when I went through that door, I told my parents that I'm gonna stay at McGill. And they're like, what? You made it all clear that you were gonna stay there. Like, you were so depressed and everything. I was like, I'm gonna stay, because I thought in my mind, like, I've bended so many times. My heart has been broken so many times. But I'm not broken. My heart has broken. I've bended, but I'm not broken. And if I really want to get to where I need to go, I have to fight. Like, those people who told me I wasn't gonna make it, it fueled my fire. And I just fought and fought and fought and fought. And I'm gonna keep fighting for people and for myself and for the people who truly love me. I'm gonna fight for them. I'm gonna fight for my community. I'm gonna fight for my peoples. I'm gonna fight. And then they told me, I'm really happy that you finally come to that and that you're staying, because we really see that fire in you. We see it in you. And then during that summer, what happened in summer when I got that divine intervention, but on the last day of school, I was ready to leave the heck out of that prison. We did this pep rally kind of thing, and it was like a high school thing where people dance and stuff, and they do of like old times, 1990s, and my brother did it, all these people did it. I screamed my lungs out. I was that type of person who bottled everything up. I wasn't myself. I wasn't who I was. I hid who I was. I was trapped in myself. I wanted to be in control all the time. That day I let go of all the pain in my life. I screamed my lungs out, cheering. I didn't care if people looked at me weird. I didn't care if people talked about me. Some person even tapped me on the shoulder multiple times, bugging me. I didn't even care. I screamed my lungs out. And then that last day I was just like, I'm so freaking ready. And then for some reason, I came in and then I found content. I found Twitch. Not just Twitch being a gaming platform, it's a platform to form communities. I found YouTube, not just for entertainment, but for inspiration and motivation. I found podcasts, I found information, I found a well of knowledge that I could use to help people, because I know there's going to be a lot of people who struggle and who don't make it. But he was right. Like, maybe I won't make it, but I can help people. A lot of people are either creating a story within their own frame of mind, or they're in a story that's being created on its own, and you have to kind of go through it. And then I found a well of content, and it inspired me to start my YouTube, to help people about the beauty of writing, the beauty of sharing your story and sharing who you are. And that divine intervention told me I should stay at that school. I stayed. During my struggles and during my hibernation and my depression, I did not eat. I did not sleep. I couldn't. I was so numb. I didn't feel like I was living anymore. I didn't feel like life was worth it. I didn't feel like I truly thought that everything was just closing on me slowly but surely, and I was gonna fall in that trap and never get out. I tried so hard to get out, but I couldn't, and I just stayed in those doors. I stayed in that prison, and I let the people who have been such a burden in my life win. I let them control me, and I let them just, it was awful. Because when you have true friends, you gotta muster up. You gotta be there for them. You gotta be the stronger person. Be stronger than them to show that you're there for them. You gotta have people's back and be loyal to the people who have your back. When people have your back, you have to have their back. And you can't make someone like you. Even if they don't like you, you have to accept the fact. If someone doesn't like you, they don't like you. You gotta accept it. And you gotta move on. You gotta move forward. And you can accept who they are as a person. You can accept their opinions. You can accept them in this earth, but you can't accept their behavior. You gotta move on. You gotta move forward if you truly want to be happy and truly want people to love you and be with you and stay with you. Because if you can't accept yourself, you can't love yourself, then who's gonna accept you? Who's gonna love you? Nobody. So you have to love yourself enough when stuff gets hard and when you feel like no one's there for you. Because I felt like no one was there for me. I thought I was the only one here. I didn't feel like no one would understood what I've been through. And you have to love yourself. Sorry if my stomach's growling, but I just gotta get this video out. I've been feeling some type of way lately, and I just wanted to let things out my chest, but I let my fears, my grief, my pain, my heartache, my depression, my anxiety control me, and let it keep me in bed eating my chocolate muffins, eating my crackers, eating my food, and seeing people kill it, and I didn't kill it, and I kept watching YouTube and Twitch and playing games, and I just let those people win. And then I finally decided that people out there are struggling, and I have to be that person and get up and help them. And I know a lot of people out there needed me. My community needed me, my friends needed me, my family needed me. Even though I didn't see it, God needed me. And I couldn't just sit here and just cry all the time. I had to do something about it. I had to make a difference. And I bended, I broke, my heart broke. I cried, I started tearing up, hiding all of it, bottling all up. And I finally let it out. I cried and cried, and it felt so good. It felt so freeing. It felt like I washed all of the pain out of my freaking body, and I just felt like this is why I'm here. I'm here on this earth to make content. When I found these special people, for example, two of the biggest people I looked up to throughout my life was ASMR the True YouTuber and Ashton Christ. These two people have been through so much. They've struggled. They have a story behind why they're pursuing their passions, and they push through the people who told them no, the people who have talked crap, talked junk. People have been talking junk about me. People have been talking junk about them, and they made sure that that didn't get to them, and they fought back with their accomplishments. They broke down like I did. They felt like they weren't good enough like I did, and they just sat in a corner and just cried. I cried, and they decided that they found something. They found that special something that made them fight harder and go harder, and they found their passion. I found my passion, and my passion is writing. It's helping people. It's sharing my story and teaching people the value of writing, whether it's to show comfort, to comfort people, relax people, express myself, persuade, inform people, entertain people. Writing can be anything you want it to be. Apply to people's emotions, make people feel good. And it's so amazing how what I've done has been a defining moment in people's lives, and I'm so grateful for these blessings that have hit me so fast, so hard. And I didn't expect these blessings to just come, just like boom, like it was like a wash of energy. Trust me, when you feel like nothing's good happening, it's gonna get better. You have to go through that door that the heavens and the universe is telling you to go through. You have to have the strength to go through that door and not let those doors that are closing on you to take control of your life. Go through that door. Please, I'm telling you, go through that door. I went through it, and I'm healing. And I know you're healing. I'm definitely still healing. And I went through that door. It was a whole other light, a whole other side of my life just opened before me, and it started my journey to be a well-being writer and a content creator. And it only starts from here. I'm not gonna stop making content. I'm gonna help people, I'm gonna inspire, and I'm gonna use what I've been through to shape other people. And I don't want people to go through as much as what I've been through. I don't wish this on anyone, even my worst enemy. I don't choose to have enemies. I don't choose to hate anyone, but you gotta love yourself. You gotta love your value. You gotta love your destiny. You gotta love those people who are truly loving you, because what I really support is having a support system. The support system really has some people that are going to support you in your endeavors. I didn't really have much of a support system growing up really in this content, but I'm really starting to grow one. This year was my year. I've met so many amazing people. They've inspired me to do content. Those two people, like I mentioned earlier, I have way more people that really I look up to. But really have a support system and educate yourself. Have the strength to support yourself and be ready to support others along the way. And be freaking unique. Do what you love. I don't care. Don't do what other people are doing. Be unique and be you, and you will see the growth. You will love what you're doing. You're your own competition. You are your own person, with your own journey, your own emotions. And if you can beat yourself, no one's gonna beat you. No one. My God. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.